Hi, everybody,
Hello.
and welcome to the podcast pre-show for Outlander Cast. We're covering the prequel series, Blood of My Blood. Today we're talking about the third episode. Super excited, School of the Moon. And here we are with the podcast pre-show. So, Blake, would you mind telling our friends what the podcast pre-show is all about?
The podcast pre-show is all about when Mary and I are getting things ready for the podcast, and we're just out there making things happen for sharing and getting the word out to everybody, and you get a chance to see how the podcast and the production kind of happens for a little bit before we go live. That way, you know, you just get to see the inner workings of Mary and Blake. And Mary is out there right now sharing this video, and I'm here doing some of the technical stuff to make sure that all is well. And it seems like all is well, though I think I want to push this up a little bit, and then I want to push my mic up a little bit, and I want to push your mic up a little bit, and then we should be good.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think we're in good shape here, kiddo.
Awesome sauce.
All right. Are you anybody else? If you're there, you're watching live, thank you so much for doing so. And if you're there and you want to share, just say the word "Je Let us know that you shared it. That would be awesome, and that'll be fun. I don't know. That's it.
And let us know where you're tuning in from.
Yes.
If you're a member of jointhenerdclan.com, our beloved Patreon community, please make sure that you include that by doing the hashtag #GoNerdClanGo, and we will be checking in with you.
All right. 10 seconds for
Room tone.
Your brothers have been learning the ways of the catering since they were wee. Now they must succeed on their own.
But without you there to guide them, to light the way.
Young men are transformed into true caterers under cover of darkness.
School of the Moon. Or perhaps there's room in the school for one more pupil. And I can go and fetch my horse.
And you're a fine horsewoman, Leanne. But I wouldn't want you to lose one of your pretty little ears on a raid. Colum's task is clear. Just lead a band of our warriors to another clan's land and lift our cattle without any hindrance.
Colum's eager to display his courage.
The endeavour shows his bravery, but a safe return proves his skill. We'll ken his worth soon enough. If Colum can demonstrate he has the qualities of a true cateran, we'll have proof of his valour. Should he become chief, he will be held up by the warriors of our clan. Never fear the darkness, my own son. Sheds a light on who we really are.
All the way from Providence, Rhode Island, welcome to Outlander Cast. It's a podcast dedicated to the show Outlander and Blood of My Blood on STARZ. Hello, everybody. I am Mary Larson.
My name is Blake, and I like this episode. I'm not gonna lie, liked it.
I do too. I've liked all three of these episodes. I mean, there's got to be something said about spending time back in Scotland and hanging on out with these beautiful accents and kilts and just hanging on out at Castle Leoch again. A lot of us, we've said it before, feel like Scotland in and of itself is one of our favorite characters. Plus, excuse me as I have a hiccup. This better not be a hiccup show. Oh my goodness gracious. I have the worst luck with hiccups. Plus, spending time, of course, with Bear McCreary. You just can't beat it. You just can't beat Bear
No.
and Castle Leoch and kilts. right?
Can't beat it.
No, we definitely can't.
So, Marvin, what is your one word for this episode's vibe, as always?
This vibe, the word that I would use would be smart.
Okay.
Smart.
All right.
How about you?
I would say shadow.
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 Not shadow like Sonic.
No, not Sonic Shadow. That would be a good idea, though.
Yeah.
No. I mean shadow like. There. Well, it's just one word. That's it. It's just shadow.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. All right, one word for Ellen and Julia this week.
For the ladies?
Yes.
Oh, smart.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I'm determined.
Okay.
I think there was some big determination in this week's episode.
Agreed.
So that is that. All right. You ready to get into the details
I
of
sure
this
am.
episode? Here we go.
All right, here's our little mini plot recap. In case you're listening to this in the future, Ellen learns that she's been promised to Malcolm Grant and discovers Dougal has also dangled her to Macronach for Jacobite votes. With the gathering and oath-taking near, she plays her brothers' insecurities against them, pushes Ned to broker it, and engineers a united front. Colum as Laird in peacetime, and Dougal as war chieftain. The clan falls in line, blocking McKinney. At Castle Leathers, Davina realizes Julia is pregnant and warns that Lord Lovat is going to end the pregnancy. Julia refuses, and to protect the baby, lets Lovat believe it's his by going to his bed. To sleep or to bed? To bed. Brian tells Lovat about Ellen's betrothal, and Lovat decides to ruin Ellen's reputation. Ned connects Henry with the brothel owner Una Hay to search for Julia, and the hour ends with Ellen's political win and Julia's costly survival play.
All right, and the episode details are as such. The title was School of the Moon, and that is in reference, obviously, to what Ellen was talking about for when Colum and Dougal were going out to do the cattle and hopefully steal some and bring them back home to do the raid, that is. And Ellen and Ned actually talk about how her brothers will eventually destroy the MacKenzie clan if one of them can't concede to one of the other. And there we get that flashback. And then we get some questionable, I think, well, we'll get there in a little bit. The director, once again, was Jamie Payne. You should know this name by now because he's got a lot of different episodes of Outlander and has directed the first 2 of these episodes of Blood of My Blood. And we got an interesting thing here, Mary. This was written essentially in 2 different ways. There was a teleplay and then there was a story by. And the teleplay was by Margot Yee, and the story by was Margot Yee and Curtis Keel. Now, the difference between a teleplay and story by and written by, all right, so a story by is the person who broke the plot, Mary, and they created the premise, the structure, the big beats of the story, and most of the character moves. Mm-hmm. A person who does the teleplay, that is someone who wrote the actual script. They did the scene work, they did the dialogue, they did the moment to moment of the episode. And how do these differ from written by, right? Like, because normally we'll have like, oh, this is written by. When someone says this is written by, when used, it's actually the same person who does both the story and the teleplay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's that. All right, your Kilt rating. What do you got, Marvin?
I'm giving this episode a 4.4. Kilt rating.
We're down.
Yeah, I mean, I gave the first 2 5s. I can't stay at 5s forever.
No, you cannot.
So I figure, you know what? I'm taking over for the team. If I could just give it a 5 and just keep rocking the 5s, I would. But I need to like bring it on down there. I need to simmer down.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, our new cat.
We have a new kitten, and she just kind of moseyed her way down into the studio. Maybe she's trying to supplant Lumos.
Well, that will not happen.
No one will supplant the queen. Okay, my Kilt rating, Mary, I'm going to go with a 4. And I'm going to go with a 4 because there was some questionable things that happened, I think, with some continuity.
Okay.
And if there is no continuity issue, they did a very poor job explaining it. So we'll get there in a little bit. All right, your bomb impact. What do you got? Is this how much does this enrich the main show, Outlander, Mary?
I think this episode enriches it pretty strong. This, if not essentially, because we get Colum as the Laird and Dougal as the War Chieftain, and this really awkward dynamic that Dougal plagues Dougal for the rest of his life.
Yes.
So I think that this is an essential episode of Blood of My Blood. How about you?
I would say the same thing, specifically because of Dougal and Colum, and we get a chance to see how Ellen kind of manipulates people and pushes them around the board as if she's playing chess, and definitely not checkers, I'll tell you that. And I would also say that for Julia's case, that's a TBD.
Exactly. We have no idea what's going on.
That's if you're seriously like into the lore of Outlander and the world building of it, I think this is absolutely a 5. If you're here for just Jamie and Claire, and you're here for like the romance of it all and how they work in this world, I think that has to deal more with Julia, and we don't know how Julia's story will play out. If what happens I think will happen, then I would say that this is probably going to be a 5.
Okay.
But I don't know yet.
Awesome sauce.
I don't know yet. All right. You're GBG. You're good. You're bad. And you're great.
All right. My good for this episode was Lord Lovat deciding to just get all Real Housewives in this situation. That's what he's doing. He's trying to have the Real Housewives of the Highlands. And he is just trying to like cause drama, make up lies, get people's reputations ruined. He's like, if I'm going down, they're going down with me. Oh, she's going to be with the Grants. The Grants are my friends. I invited them on my yacht. How dare they invite her onto their yacht? No. And I'm here for it. Do I like Lord Lovat? No, he's gross. I'm not like yay for him, but I'm just saying that he's making it juicy.
Sure.
And let's see what works. But like, oh, look at you.
Yep, absolutely.
Real Housewives. Bring on the Bravo. My bad, however, is also Lord Lovat talking while he poops. Talking
that's
to Brian
right.
and Murtaugh while he's pooping. And so here's the scoop. Like, here's why I don't like it. A, that's gross. B, why is this necessary? Why, Matt Roberts? Do I need to know that I already know he's gross and he's a creeper. And then we see Julia scrubbing said toilet later on. And you're like, we know it's warm. We know it was just used. We know it's stanky. All right? There's no wood chips sprinkled on it.
It's just poopy.
It's just poopy, as we would say for Ted Lasso fans. So I just don't understand it. And I'm all set with that. You know, it kind of reminded me of the King of France pooping.
Well, that's what it is.
But the porridge.
It's a little bit of a parrot. It's a little bit of a. It's a little bit of a callback to that.
Is it, or is it just like everybody poops?
Everybody poops.
Is it everybody poops? And like, this was his bathroom off of his room, and it also shows that Lord Lovat just doesn't care. Like, he just thinks he's so much better than everybody else that he just poops. Or is just also just a sign of the times that you poop while people are here, and it wasn't that big of a deal. Whatever it was, I'm all set. Bring me back to Shinty. Bring me back to decorating the halls of Castle Leoch. You could show me those aspects of historical stuff. I don't need poopy Lord Lovat. No, thank you whatsoever. And then my great great is just a random great, but
Okay.
I'm here for it. I
What do
was
you got?
like, the rap battle
Oh my God, I forgot
rap
about
battle
that. That was
versus
so...
the Right Rose and the Aristocat. It was like
Oh.
Eminem battling. It was Hamilton vibes of like we're in, the Congress and like rapping with each other. And I'm gonna rhyme. And we just saw Hook recently, and Peter Banning is going against Rufio, and they're like, you fart eater, mom kisser, toad licker man. Oh yeah, well you have poor grammar.
Yeah.
Like it was just.
Well,
so-
that made sense.
No,
This
I know.
one,
That's why I'm giving it great, because it was just so random. And
you know what it reminded me of? Well, obviously, it was clearly trying to be like cool. It reminded me of the Steve Buscemi meme where it's like, "Hello, fellow kids."
Yes.
When he's in school wearing his hat backwards.
but like also this happened.
Sure. But
And but to me it was kind of, it just went on too long.
it was a low rent Hamilton.
Yes.
With nowhere near the
But
talent.
that's why it's my great, because
or
I
the
just
good writing.
laughed. And that it also could have been my bad.
Oh.
But it was a standout moment to me where I was just like, why? Why is this important, and why are we hanging here so much?
Do you know that was, in my opinion, that was so bad that I
forgot.
I forgot it.
Because it would have been your bad.
I blacked it out.
I
Not
believe
great,
it.
Bob.
Not great, Bob.
And I've watched it so many times, and then subtitles on, because I'm like, is what they're saying important? Do I need to be taken? No, it's just
and it insisted upon itself.
yes. But on the flip side, I'm just like, you know what? This is important to Matt Roberts. This is important to somebody.
Somebody listened to Hamilton one day and was
And
like, you know what I want to do?
This is what we're gonna do in Hobbit time right now, while we're waiting for the gathering, and we're
Sure.
doing all this. We're gonna have a rap battle. We're gonna play shinty. We're gonna have Rupert and Angus see a little something they shouldn't see. We're gonna have a rap battle between an aristocrat and the White Roses.
Oh, my
Bring it.
Goodness gracious.
It's already been brought.
It's already been brought in. That's what it was.
Yes. Okay. How about you?
All right,
Your GBG.
My good was it's not the cold open. Well, I guess it was the cold open. It was the scene with Brian and Ellen and the twig there, the little bushel of leaves placed in the exact right spot for there to be, just a little bit of
Decency.
modesty and
Yeah.
decency. But there is a line that Ellen says that should give you pause whenever you hear it, and that is, "Tell me this is real."
Our 10-year-old daughter asks us this once a week.
Oh, I know.
Once a week.
How do
I know I'm real? How do I know I'm real?
How do I know I'm alive?
What really happens when we die?
You're 10.
Oh my God.
Where's Bobby? Go play with her. That is 100% true. She wants to take the blue pill in the worst way, or the red pill, sorry.
If she's not involved in philosophy classes, I'm going to be shocked.
Oh, I know. All right. So I love that because, obviously this was a dream sequence, Mary, and has a good...
That's debatable to some people.
No, well, these
We
people
could
are
discuss. I know.
people are off their rockers if they think that
No.
was real.
Some people think it was real.
No
so
chance.
We'll
no
discuss.
chance. 0.0 chance. You're all out to lunch if you think that was real. The reason why I think that the reason why I know it's not real, number one, is because of an editing trick. First of all, Brian says to her the same exact line that Mrs. Fitz says to her at the end of the dream.
Yeah, but are we supposed to think that the first part of it was real and she was reliving it?
No.
Okay,
And
just so you
then-
know, I'm right there with you. I thought this entire thing was a dream.
And then she says the line, "Tell me this is real." And there is dramatic irony there because, yes, it has. That's the reason why it's my good. She says this line hoping that it is. If she was in the instance of it, it's almost unbelievably amazing. At the same time, they're also referencing the fact that this is a dream.
This isn't real.
There's if anybody thinks that was real.
A lot of people do. And you know what? Until we are been proven otherwise, she could be reliving that moment. I think it was all a dream as well.
Yeah.
But you know what? I also wouldn't be surprised because I feel like Ellen would do that. To hell with it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure she would do it.
Yeah.
I don't imagine that. I mean, I don't mind that. But
so if somehow they tell us, yes, that was real, and that was also just Ellen reliving it and kind of like having a great time in her dreams.
No, Banana Land.
I can tell you what, though, she is not as innocent as Daphne and Bridgerton.
No chance.
Her dreams are a lot more than Daphne and Bridgerton.
Dogface on YouTube says, LOL, you think, therefore you are. And I swear to God, Dogface, that is what I said to my little lass this morning when she said, Daddy, am I real? Am I alive? And I said to her, you know, there was a famous philosopher named Rene Descartes. And wouldn't you know, he said, you think, therefore you are. And she looked at me and she said, but what about ghosts? They think, right?
She's so deep. She's so deep.
All right, my bad. It was the continuity here with Colum. Before we get into that, my bad B.
You have double bad.
I have a double bad. It's the rap battle. Oh my God, what are we doing?
Well, you forgot about it.
I forgot about it, but now that you said it,
yeah,
I have to go. What are we doing? Like,
whipping out some.
Nope.
Eminem.
Nope, we're not doing that. That is almost as bad as The Search.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's fine. Luckily, it was only one scene. It wasn't an entire episode.
You never know. They may have future rap battles.
All right. But my real
Jacobite
bad here.
fever is just getting started.
My real bad is the seemingly continuity error with Colum and his injury and his disease.
What do you mean?
The show, Outlander says it was this disease that he had. It was the Toulouse-Lautrec, whatever it's called. That makes his bones
that makes
his legs, whatever, brittle. But
they also said that he fell.
I know that. What I'm saying is Blood of My Blood makes no reference at all to them knowing. They wouldn't know the disease, obviously, right? And that's fine. But there was no reference to him struggling getting on the horse because of his bones, or it would have presented itself earlier before he broke his leg.
Not necessarily.
Oh no, it definitely would.
I'm gonna disagree with you on this. I think that this is why his bones break so easily, and then he has such a disgusting compound fracture when he falls down the stairs.
Yep.
It's also, I think it doesn't break continuity because his dad's like, why are you still in bed? And Colum says, the beaten guy says, I'll be ready by New Year.
Yeah.
So we're being told that this is taking a lot longer than Red Jacob would expect.
I would agree with that.
So it's like his bones not only are broken, but it is taking him an extensively long time to get better. And then he breaks it massively as he falls down the stairs.
Yeah, that was a big break.
So I would say differently. And for how Ellen is like, I nursed you back to health, meaning it took even longer.
Sure.
So there was no concept for them to say, oh, you have this disease. I don't even know it when Claire does arrive on the scene.
No, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But I think that the way that it was directed and the way that the story is being told, it feels like they are saying, all of this was due to this big bad break in his leg.
I will disagree with you on that, but I can appreciate that is how you think.
But my great, though, Mary, is when Dougal is getting the bag beat out of him by Jacob. And
this is your great?
Yeah, there's a moment where Jacob stops to talk to him, and he was saying, like, Dougal, you're a fool, this and that. I love this when Dougal says to Jacob, he gets down, he arches his back, prepares, and he says, all right, come on, let's go. And I love this because it's almost like, it feels to me that Dougal cannot be who he is unless his dad is giving him 30 beatings. He's like, all right, let's go. I want to get this done. So he asks for the beating again. And he already knows what's to come. He prepares for it. He gets ready for it. He's like, yep, okay, here I am. Let's go. And it feels like it's the only way that he can get his father's attention. So when Jacob doesn't finish the job, when he refuses to continue the beating, he realizes, Dougal does, that he can't even get his father's attention anymore. He is truly alone. And when Jacob says, "You're a fool, Dougal," Mary, you won't know this because you didn't watch it. But for those of you who did, it almost reminded me of Logan Roy in Succession when he says to his kids, "I love you, but you're just not serious people." And I thought that was awesome. That was so well written and so well directed.
It also makes me just so sad to see now we have two fathers. They're not even father figures. They're two fathers beating their sons in back-to-back episodes. And yet I think it's super important because this is something that was very common, and especially in at least what I know of Scottish families, that it was very common. And then, of course, we even see Jamie beat Claire when she tries to run away and everything.
Yeah.
So it's not a great thing, but it is something that obviously happened a lot.
Yep. And for all of you Outlander nerds out there, McCranach should be a familiar character to you because he actually helped Claire get Jamie out of Wentworth Prison in season 1, in large part due to his admiration for Ellen. And fun fact, the actor who played McCranach in Outlander, Bertie McCarty, plays Grant clan patriarch Isaac in Blood of My Blood.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Interesting. Isn't that
Good
nice?
for him.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so where do you want to begin with this, my love?
I mean, you want to do it family at a time?
Sure, why not?
Okay, because the Beechams, they got a little bit going on, but not too much, and that's okay.
Yeah, I would say so.
Henry is...
He's doing Henry things.
Yeah, for lack of a better word. What the heck, Henry? Blake, if we travel back in time and over a month has passed by and you haven't found me and we're in the same city.
There's going to be hell to pay.
What?
Are you really trying?
There are more missing cat posters. He finally, after over a month, has said her name and her description. Henry,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like, you've got the Grant's backing. You've got your cute clothes. You've got a carriage. You're like rolling. And your wife is struggling and has to make a terrible decision. And you finally, after a month, are like, all right, she's a brunette. She's beautiful. Her name's Julia. And the person that you tell is a prostitute?
Why did he say it like he was a mean girl?
Because that's how I feel about him right now. I've been a big Henry fan, not today.
Uh-huh.
Once I heard how much time has passed and he is twiddling his thumbs, eating his bonbons, hanging out with the Grants. Like, I wish I had seen him at the gathering a little bit, asking around a little. I'm just disappointed.
Is he basically Regina George hanging out with the plastics?
I don't even know what he is. He's not even worth that. While his wife is cleaning poopy toilets, taking all of that wood, all of this cleaning while she's been first trimester pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
And
you know how crappy you feel first trimester pregnant.
Oh, my gosh. Doing what would have been grueling labor even if she wasn't with child. And then she has to make this terrible decision to sleep with Lord Lovat. Oh, my gosh. And Davina just saying, oh, we need to bring on the flowers. Here's your little tea, honey.
Bob.
No, Davina.
No,
thank you.
No, we don't need the flowers.
But we get the verbal confirmation that in fact, Brian is Lord Lovat's son.
Yes, we do.
And Davina's son.
Yeah. Sorry, that threw me off there for a second because I was
is
like,
their son. Yes,
it's their son. Okay, yes.
So Beechams.
Well, let's do this though, Mary. Julia's choice. Now, this is a big choice.
This is a big choice.
To go in there and essentially make it like that it is Lord Lovat's kid.
Correct.
Is this the is this, I don't want to say the right choice, but is this the only choice that she has?
She definitely feels like this is the only choice she has. She's tried to run away. She's tried to hide her pregnancy as long as she can. But at this point, she knows she's going to start showing. You see her, she's constantly touching her belly.
Sure.
Like, even when she is trying not to display it, this woman, like many people when they're pregnant, touch their belly just instinctually. That's still happening. And then once Davina says, listen, Lord Lovat's going to get rid of this baby one way or another, this is what Julia feels like is the only choice she has at this point to save this baby's life. And what really stinks, and this wasn't even said or realized in this episode, she better hope it's a boy. He's not going to want a girl.
Yeah, no way.
It's hard enough having a bastard boy.
Mm-hmm.
So she is taking a shot, the 50-50 chance, which... Here we go. I mean, Outlandish Theory, this is a boy. Because if we want this baby to live, he's not going to keep around a girl.
Well,
he's not.
I think the
he
expectation...
barely loves Brian.
I think the expectation is that it will be a boy, and the boy will stick around. But here's something that would be interesting. What if it's a girl? And everybody thinks, and here's what I meant earlier when I said, like, if the thing that happens with Julia that I think is going to happen does, meaning, okay, she has this person, she has the baby, and the baby is somehow related to Fanny, which is why and how Fanny knows the song, and that is how, you know, Claire finds Fanny, like, somehow Fanny is related to the kid that Julia is having, okay? Mm-hmm. But wouldn't it be a fun subversion of expectation if it was a girl and Lord Lovat just got rid of the baby?
That would be terrible, but that's what polar bears do. There's polar bears. There used to be polar bears at my zoo, and we had one of the very few mating polar bear pairs. And so our polar bear mommy was pregnant, and they could hang out for a long time. But then, soon to birthing time, they had to take Papa Polar Bear and send him to a different zoo, because polar bears, even when they know it's their baby, the males kill the babies. They just want the mommy all to themselves all the time.
Yes.
So they had to remove the papa bear, have the baby bear with the mommy, and let the mommy raise that bear until then they had to get rid of the baby and bring Papa Bear back. And then bad things happened and all our polar bears went away. There was a dental mistake. Mommy didn't wake up. It's actually really sad.
It was a big malpractice suit.
It was a really big problem in Rhode Island. But that's what this
shows
made me
you
think.
how lame we are.
I wrote in my notes, this reminds me of polar bears.
I love the subversion of it, because like they've kind of set us up to think that, okay, Claire has a sibling back in, you know, the 1700s, and there's a chance that when she went to visit wherever, that she ran into her brother/sister. Okay, great. It's just so neat and convenient that I would love it for Matt Roberts and company to be like, yeah, we pulled a fast one on you. Like, that would be so great. I just don't know if they have the guts to do it.
That would be, I don't think great is the right word, but...
No, I mean, just in terms
something.
of the story. Like, I think that would be interesting. It would be an interesting choice to do a bait and switch like that, where you think you're getting one thing, and then it's like, nope, never mind. Don't even worry about that.
When Henry is introduced to Unahay, he's introduced by Ned as Henry Grant.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, that would make sense.
So I thought that was quite interesting, but also might be confusing for Julia.
Sure.
But on the flip side, at least she knows the name Henry.
Yep. And it lends a little bit more credence to the Grants being actually part of the mafia.
think Henry's explanation was a big help.
What do you mean?
Oh, she's super beautiful. She's got brown hair. You're in Scotland.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
She looks at you and the world stops. Whatever it was that he said. Very nice. Thank you, Henry. This would be nice to write into a letter to Julia because you have more than enough time to write letters. Are you writing letters to your wife? Nope. Nope. She's scrubbing toilets, picking up sticks, and she's still finding time to write you letters. You're too busy eating bonbons.
And drinking wine.
Oh, my gosh.
So,
but yeah, I thought his description stunk. And I love how Unahe was like, oh, a woman like that would be hard to pass by. We'll definitely find her soon. And part of me was like, Una, are you being sarcastic? Oh, a beautiful brunette? In Scotland?
you wouldn't say.
Okay. Henry,
Blue eyes?
Get
no.
a picture drawn, Henry.
Something.
Come
Anything.
on.
Give me a... You remember the video of the people talking about the leprechaun in the tree?
Yes, I do.
And they have the sketch of the leprechaun?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Would've been better.
Like, Henry, just do the leprechaun sketch. Something.
I did make a note. I am so grateful that Julia doesn't have morning sickness like Claire did. Remember how Claire was
Yes.
always sick?
Yep.
So
absolutely.
that is one thing that Claire did not inherit from her mom because her mom has got a stomach of steel at this point.
Yes.
Stomach of steel.
The one thing I would say, though, is I like Julia's fortitude here. She sees the situation. She measures it. She understands it. And she's like, this is the only chance I have.
Angie, who's joining us live right now, says, I mean, she has a British accent. Lead with that.
Yeah, you bury the headline a little bit. I think Julia does the only thing she can, and I put it in my...
But he does say it. Doesn't he say it?
Yeah, he does say Julia's name.
No, but doesn't he say she's English? Or no?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does. But he buried it. It was like, oh,
No.
yeah, she's got brown hair, blue eyes,
he
and this,
talks
and
all about
smiles,
her
and yada, yada.
looks.
Oh, yeah, she's British, too. Like, what? What are you talking about, guy?
So now she's like, British girl named Julia. Okay.
Yep, got it.
At least I can work with that.
Sure. All right.
Ned ends by getting his usual.
Yeah. That's one way that I don't need to consider Ned being
Whereas
in any
Bug, he
particular
wants
way.
out of this. You're not. I love how he tries to give a little info to Henry.
Yeah.
You're not going to find any good girls here.
Not like my future wife. The one who tries killing Jamie.
And Henry's like, yeah, I know, Arch.
You're
we got this.
both sadists out there, just trying to kill people left and right.
Gosh.
The one thing I can draw but in this episode, Mary, is that both leading ladies make sacrifices, like personal cost kinds of sacrifices, in order to secure their future, in order to secure not only, a week from now, but, their very lives tomorrow. I mean, I think that was a great parallel in how they are trying to compare and contrast these two characters. Ellen does what she needs to do. She succumbs to the Malcolm Grant getting married to him in that fashion. Julia is making it so that it's Lord Lovat's kid, all in assurance of, I got to live tomorrow. What do you think about that? Was that the intent?
To make sure she could live till tomorrow?
Yeah, no, intent from the writers. Is that something that you... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think they're drawing a direct comparison to both of them?
Sure.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's do it. While we're at Castle Leathers, this is when, of course, Brian tells Lord Lovat, hey, Ellen's now engaged to the Grants. Also, Malcolm Grant got beaten up by Dougal. All this stuff happens. And this is when Lord Lovat, after he poops,
Yep.
wipes, doesn't wash his hands. No hand sanitizer.
Gotta wash your hands.
Gets really giddy and says, awesome, let's ruin this girl's reputation.
Yeah.
And Murtaugh is pumped, and he cannot wait to tune into the next episode of The Real Housewives of the Highlands, because this means that Ellen MacKenzie might be so tarnished with her reputation that he can scoop her up.
Right. Can you imagine if there really was a Real Housewives of the Highlands?
There might be. I mean, there is going to be a Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
I know. And if there's a Rhode Island one, there definitely can be a Highlands one.
Agreed.
But that would be so freaking awesome. Just, that would be great.
How awkward do you think Brian feels? When he goes over and he's riding his horse and Murtaugh's saying, "Oh, hey, man, where have you been all this time?" "Oh, got some yummy things to eat by the creek. And, it just took me some time." And this is when Murtaugh says, "We've got to go. Ellen's engaged." And we definitely get the confirmation right now that Brian's known all along that Ellen MacKenzie is the girl that Murtaugh's been pining after all these years. And this is when Brian learns that, no, she's not engaged to you, buddy.
Yeah, right.
So awkward.
This
for
is
him.
only going to make things worse.
Yeah.
Because now Murtaugh thinks, "Oh, Brian's helping me out. He's doing me a solid." And I cannot wait for that. And I cannot wait the collision that Brian has, not only with Murtaugh, but with his dad.
Yeah.
Because there's going to come a point, at some point, where Brian has to make a decision that is not a lone decision.
I bet his dad would be pumped. "Oh, you're going to marry Ellen?"
No,
That's going to make a lot of people mad.
Yes, but there's going to come a point, and I imagine that it will be in relation to Julia, where Brian has already made his choice, and they've already set this up, that Brian is a decent person, not just because of how he's reacting and interacting with Ellen, but because he saw in Julia innocence and something that he could help and say, "Okay, go, get out of here." And that beyond his control, he made his choice, and beyond his control, someone ripped her back in. Okay, great. At some point, Brian is going to publicly be forced to make a choice.
Yeah.
And he is going to choose Julia at some point.
Over Murtaugh.
Over Lord Lovat.
Yes.
And I cannot wait to see that collision. I think that's going to be awesome. There's some more stakes that I really like here too, which is Colum has essentially promised Ellen to Malcolm Grant. And that is, as we know, to have an alliance with Clan Grant. But at the same time, as we already know, Dougal has secretly promised her to McCranach. Now, he did that so he can get the Jacobites on the side of the Mackenzies. And now there's real stakes. And now she knows, and thanks from like what seemed to me to be like a genuinely frightened Ned Gowan. If the Mackenzies lose the lairdship, they will definitely lose their lives. Now, we know that the Mackenzies don't lose the lairdship, but in the middle of that episode, that is the ticking time bomb that we're waiting on.
Yes.
And that is such a great driver because...
And Ned and Ellen see it, and
Yes.
yet Dougal and Colum can't. That, like, their votes are being divided now, which means they're going to have less votes, and it's even easier for McKinney to get the most votes.
Absolutely.
And by you dividing, you're going to lose your home. You're going to lose all of your property. You're going to lose all of this, and McKinney's going to get it. So
Yeah.
what's interesting is that one thing that Lord Lovat says, is it Lord Lovat? It is Lord Lovat, I think. He says, why are the Grants doing this? Why do they want Malcolm to marry Ellen? They've got tons of money. What did they have to get out of this?
Right.
It was either them or it was with Dougal when he was having a conversation.
No, I think it was Dougal.
Yeah.
I think it was Dougal.
Yeah. And it was like, so that's going to be interesting to follow, too. Why are the Grants? Is it just because Malcolm's infatuated with Ellen, like every single person is in this show, and he's got a little heart token with their initials carved into it? I would believe even that. But because Dougal has said this, now I'm like, oh, is there something more? Are the Grants trying to weasel and do some different little things?
Yeah.
It's not just some cattle stealing going on.
If we're thinking that the Grants are basically the Corleones
they're
of
the mafia.
Scotland, there's got to be something else
There's
at play
something.
here. There's something else going on.
Now, talking about stealing, we got the School of the Moon.
Yes.
Where young Colum and young Dougal, and they go on out without Pappy, and and Ellen's saying, I want to go too. Let me get my
This isn't
horse.
Little House on the Prairie.
Okay. And she wants her horse. She wants to be Merida from Brave.
Yes.
And Pappy says no. Da says no. You cannot go. You cannot go and collect $200.
Nope.
You got to come inside because you could lose your little toes, your little fingers, you poor thing.
Lose a little ear on the raid.
Yeah. And the boys get sidetracked because Dougal decides to go invade my other family,
Sure.
the McDonald's.
Yep.
He's like, it's like when you order on DoorDash or Uber.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you want a slushie from 7-Eleven as well? Because your driver's already driving.
Might as well.
Would you also like this? Do you need some shampoo that they can pick up? Because they're on the road already. And so Dougal's like, we're already on the road. We're passing the McDonald's. Let's
just
go
do it.
steal some of their stuff too. The McDonald's. I'm telling you, the amount of times
The McDonald's get it.
Well, and I grew up being told this.
I know.
This was like a thing.
You don't talk to the
You
Campbells.
couldn't talk to the Campbells because they would steal their livestock from hundreds of years ago. Aunt Marge, chill out.
This was pre-revolution, Marge.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about it, Marge.
It
We're all
was
set.
like taught to me. And we have all the china and the stuff with the McDonald's. And she would tell me with the McDonald's crest all over it
Yeah.
as I'd be in her house, Marge McDonald's house. You can't be friends with these people. They steal livestock. I don't have livestock. I'm 8, watching The Princess Bride, eating cookies. Leave me alone, Aunt Marge.
If they try to steal my Power Glove, then yes.
I didn't have one of those.
We'll have
I
an
didn't
issue.
even have a Nintendo, okay? I was poor. But this is what goes away. And they don't even get to where they want to be. They mess everything up. Colum eventually tells his dad what's going on. And this is, of course, why Dougal also gets the beating. So we have the School of the Moon. And I think it's just very interesting. I love seeing Ellen, like you said, play chess with Ned Gowan to
Yes.
figure out a solution to all of this. Ellen, for half the episode, has beautiful tears in her eyes. She's talking to everybody, being
Sure.
like, why is this happening? And Colum says, your privileges died with Dad.
Yeah.
His dad's promises died with him.
And he also said to her too, if you think Dad ever entertained anything you thought, you're basically joking to yourself.
God, so rude.
And there's a part of me that thinks we're going to end up seeing a scene with Jacob and either Dougal or Colum where they call into question Ellen's advice, and their dad's like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, he undermines her.
Yeah.
You know who I'm all set with right now?
Who?
Who definitely would watch The Real Housewives of the Highlands?
Sure.
Jocasta. Jocasta wishes that she were cast in
Ye-
this group
oh,
of
yes.
housewives.
Yep.
Her old man just ain't cutting it. She just has stank face, left and right with her little rat tail braid. Just put it up. Just put it up with the rest of your braids, Jocasta. It's not working for you.
Sure.
But she just has stank face all the time. Oh, well, guess who else promised you? Must
Right.
be tough to be hot.
This was your plan, wasn't it?
Oh, my God, Jocasta. So I don't know how long we're going to have this ick about Jocasta.
I would love it if the ick continues.
I bet
Because
it will.
then it will definitely inform who she was later on in life. But then we get the twist of she and Murtaugh getting together.
Yeah.
So that would change her. But I love the idea of Jocasta being and feeling like she was always left behind.
Well, what was interesting is she says, my husband's very close in the Jacobites. And that, of
Yes.
course, is something super important as we go forward. So I did like that was established in this episode, but I wouldn't be her friend. I definitely would not be her friend. I'm all set with her. She's someone who gossips about you behind your back. You know that the moment Ellen leaves, she's like, you see Ellen's stupid headpiece? She doesn't even like Malcolm Grant. Why is she still wearing that headpiece? She
Destiny
wouldn't
on-
even have to marry him if they win, Laird.
Destiny on Facebook says, oh man, Jocasta is the Bethany Frankel of the Highlands.
She is. She stirs the pot.
You know what I would actually say? She's the Luann de Lesseps.
Oh.
She's Luann.
Countess?
The Countess. Where she...
Money can't buy your class.
Exactly.
Or won't buy it.
Exactly. She's
Nor
the
can
Countess.
it help you by how to match pitch. Luann.
No, absolutely not. Not even an auto tuner can help you with that one. Mary, this episode to me almost played like an episode of Lost,
We have to go back, Kate.
Okay.
where it was a lot less subtle, but the flashbacks informed the current status of what the characters were going through. And it became very apparent to me, and I got that feel like it was like a low rent Lost, where it was like they had the Dougal beating, and then they talk specifically about that moment in the show. You all right?
Oh yeah, I'm just watching our cat.
Oh, okay. And then they talk about that the very next scene as if like this was just a known thing. I found that interesting. And I also found it interesting that scene where, right before the School of the Moon, she's out there talking with Jacob, Ellen is. And this is why I played it at the top of our episode, because it basically outlines the entire conflict of what's going to happen. And this is why I kind of hope there is a scene of Jacob actually talking to Colum and undermining her, being like, you think I'm really listening to her?
Oh,
come on.
I hope not.
So like,
I can appreciate
it would be great because there's this scene of him saying, "Oh, you're going to be just like the warriors of our clan, and you're going to be like this thing. You're never going to have to get married." And then all the while he's telling Colum and Dougal that she's a joke. I would love that.
One thing that broke my heart was Misfits. Like, Ellen thinks Glenna knows that she loves Brian.
Sure.
She's like, I want to wear the crimson because I'm not pure anymore because I got a crush. And she's like, everybody knows. And for a moment, she's excited that her secret isn't a secret anymore. But then Glenna says, when you get married, can you take me with you? And it makes me a little sad because you can tell how much she loves Ellen.
Yes.
And we know she's at Leoch in the future.
Oh, good point.
So she doesn't go with Ellen.
Yep.
How sad is that?
Oh, good point. Good point. And you know what I will say? I liked the little thing in the hair.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
But why?
I
Why
don't
would
know.
she do it? Do you think she's like, all right, I'm going to do my duty and marry this guy?
I think there are two courses of events here. One, yes, she's saying, okay, I got to do the thing. I got to do what's right for the clan. Because
Just like my brothers need to.
Just like my brothers need to, and that makes sense to me. But then there's also a part of me that, and I said shadow in all of this, she's a little bit like Littlefinger. A little bit.
Game of Thrones.
From Game of Thrones. Like, Lord Lovat is the Walder Frey of the Highlands. And I have this sneaking sense that Ellen is Littlefinger, where she's just going to do what she needs to do until she doesn't need to do it anymore. And that's my feeling in all of this. Like, she's just going to go along with the play until the play's over. And then she's going to do her own thing.
A standout line that really I liked a lot was Ned saying, sometimes grief feels a lot like fear.
Oh, I love that too.
I'm really enjoying Ned Gowan.
Ned Gowan has been a much more important character than I thought he would be.
Ellen gives Colum birds, and this is where his cage birds love begins. And she says, I know how much you used to love to see them and hear them sing on our walks. So she brings them into him, which is really sweet because obviously older Colum, we see him and he has all these birds all over the place.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I did not like. I liked that McKinney was talking to the women. I liked that Jocasta was able to say if the guys are undecided and they're going to talk to their wives are now being swayed. Very smart. Nice job, McKinney. However, one thing that I didn't like was after Colum pledges his allegiance to
The flag.
which I said wrong every single day of my life. He says it to Colum. Then McKinney and the bunch of guys do it. Then McKinney goes up. And he holds his knife.
Yeah.
Way too long.
It was a little extra.
And then Colum starts to touch his.
I liked that.
And I'm like, why is this going on so long? Just like the rap battle. Did we need to stretch out this episode a few extra seconds? Because this is really awkward. And you could have just given me the feelings of him standing up there with tense music, and that would have been enough. But him holding the little knife.
It was extra.
For just a little too long, it's like, buddy, you just look crazy. You
Holding
look
your knife.
crazy right now. What are you going to do? Come at him in front of all these people? So it was just weird.
Good
I don't
luck with
think that
that.
would have happened.
Yeah, I agree, Mary. this is where we get into the sledgehammer of it all. Again, I love that we're in Scotland, and I truly am enjoying this show.
Yeah.
But there is some sledgehammer going. Like
Every once in a while.
Peter Gabriel is just counting his checks right now with all the sledgehammer action.
Another thing that I liked in this episode in particular was seeing Julia break down and have some panic attack moments.
Yeah.
That were very much like Claire's. Just like how I said earlier, she doesn't seem to display a lot of morning sickness in her early first trimester versus Claire, who was always very sick during her pregnancy, first trimester. However, Julia having those moments of like trying hard to catch her breath and sobbing, I feel like the actress really sat down and watched Katrina Balfe and how she was able to display that, because they did the same, their bodies reacted the same exact way. And I thought it was a brilliant visualization of how these two women are related and are alike and how they kind of cry through some of their stuff. I just thought it was very interesting.
Sure, absolutely. There's one other thing that I thought was interesting too, that they're actually portraying Myrta as naive.
I wouldn't think so.
I know, but I don't know.
Take him as naive.
No, it feels like there's a little bit of naivete.
I mean, I would just say like young love naivete, which everybody has. Brian has. Everyone at this age does. This is like their first time they get to go to a gathering and see each other and get to romanticize. I do not see it. I'm not interpreting Myrta that way.
Wouldn't it be better though if there was like, if Myrta just had like this small little bit of tension, just like a not a full side eye, but just like
against who?
A glancing side eye against Brian.
No, I don't. I think that this is purely within Brian's character. You see him even protect Julia, again, and no, we'll take that, or we'll take up the snacks. Julia doesn't have to come. So I think that this is completely in Brian's character, where if Brian's standing up saying we don't want to ruin Ellen MacKenzie's reputation, that's really a terrible thing. I wouldn't see Myrta being suspicious whatsoever of this, as I think that this is something that Brian would have said whether or not he was in love with Ellen MacKenzie.
Yep. All right. Anything else you want to talk about in this episode?
No.
All right. Time for the Outlandish Theory of the Week. I bring up the Myrta thing because my Outlandish Theory of the Week has to do with it. Myrta learns Brian's, relationship with Ellen.
That's going to happen.
Their friendship actually breaks. Like there's going to be a big confrontation and there's going to be a major problem. Like either he sees something like unintentionally, or he hears something unintentionally and he realizes the truth of what's going on. And my sense is that he is going to go to Dougal thinking that it will block the match with the Grants, and that will then trigger an even larger Fraser versus MacKenzie battle. And then what will happen is Myrta will what he'll do to prove that how much he loves Ellen and prove how much that he realizes he made a mistake. He will go against this rumor mill that Lord Lovat is trying to start, and it will force Brian to choose between saving him or protect Ellen's word.
Okay.
And her reputation. So it'll be an interesting thing to see what happens.
Very interesting.
Yep, absolutely. All right, 5 questions that got nothing to do with Outlander. You ready? All right, here we go.
My friend.
Sorry, never mind.
Well, if you do real quick.
Okay, 5 questions that got nothing to do with Outlander. Here we go. All right, best road trip snack, Mary.
Trying to tell me.
How long?
In order to facilitate road trip snacks, I think it's got to be at least 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, I'm a big fan of Arizona, the half iced tea, half lemonade with combos.
I'm a combo guy. I'm also a flips guy.
Oh, yes.
Love flips. Love the milk chocolate flips. Out on the white chocolate ones.
And then I also like gummy bears.
Okay. Fold your pizza or eat it flat. Or are you one of those people that eats it with a knife and a fork?
Depends how floppy the pizza is.
Ugh.
Each pizza's different.
If anybody eats it with a fork and a knife, you're out to lunch. It's crazy. Don't do that. And I'm a flat pizza eater. I don't fold unless it's a big New York pizza. Then you're obligated to fold at that point. All right. Are you a group texter?
I hate group texts. I try to get out of them as soon as possible and
They are the
mute
worst.
them when I'm in them.
They are the worst. I hate the idea of group texts. I hate the man who invented group texts. All right, karaoke rule. Always have a go-to or do not touch the mic.
I have a go-to. Yeah. Don't you?
I don't have a go-to. I mean, I would say this. Yes, I do have a go-to if I choose to karaoke,
Okay.
but I don't like karaoke.
Okay.
My go-to is Folsom Prison.
Okay.
What's your go-to?
The thong song. Thong, the thong, thong, thong.
I thought it was Proud Mary.
No. My
Really?
go-to karaoke song is the thong
Interesting.
song.
All right, which game ruins
Baby, make your booty go.
friendships fastest?
Dumps like a truck. Dump, truck.
Monopoly, Risk, Charades, or Uno?
God. Monopoly.
I'm gonna go with Charades
Okay.
because, like, just draw the thing, dude. Do the thing. If you do the thing right, I'll guess it right.
Yeah, but I'm not a good artist.
That's your fault. If you don't, then don't play the game.
This is why we don't get to do game night with people.
That's true. Good point. All right, that is that. Ready to close this bad boy out?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Thank you all so incredibly much for tuning into this episode of Outlander Cast, especially our friends at jointhenerdclan.com. If this episode has brought some light and levity to your life, please think about becoming a member at jointhenerdclan.com, where less than the amount you'd spend on a cup of coffee per month really helps to going towards paying for our website fees, keeping these lights on so that this podcast is free worldwide for people like you to listen to. We want to thank our supporters, especially our executive producers and our producers, but I don't think you put their names in the script, Blake.
I did not this time.
I will call your names out next episode.
Yes.
Apologies. So thank you all so very much.
That's on me, everybody. Yes, thank you so much. We will see you next time. And if you like our takes and you want to get them as soon as you can, go to jointhenerdclan.com, where I write my knee-jerk reactions to every single episode. And the knee-jerk reaction for episode 4 will be up as soon as it comes out.
That's right. My name's Mary.
My name is Blake.
And you've been listening to Outlander Cast. Slanja.